We're Horace the Band.
And you're watching Pit Cam.
So how are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
How's the tour going so far?
Pretty good.
It's been alright, yeah.
Are you excited to be in Berlin again?
Yeah, always have fun here.
Yeah, unfortunately, our band slept through almost the entire day, except for you, but it was,
immobile.
Still good to be here. Jeremiah woke up like an hour ago.
I know.
So a lot of the fans here would call your music Nintendo core. Do you also see it like that, or would you put it in a different direction?
I think it was interesting early on because the keyboards kind of sound like that, and we've definitely borrowed some musical elements from it, but too many people take it too seriously and think it's like what we're all about, which isn't the case at all. We just have incorporated some of those musical elements.
I found that in Germany, people seem to be preoccupied with having a name for the music. After almost every show, the security guard standing by the stage asks me like, "What do you call your music?" And then I'm like, Nintendo core. Like I don't know what else to say, but that's just how it is, unfortunately.
Fair descriptions.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening here? You've either got us the biggest fucking dickhead I've ever seen, or you're on some guy's shoulders. Real quickly, everybody. Oh, 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe 3. Come on. All right, maybe 4. Let's go to war. Maybe 4. Come on, let's try this out. Gonna have our fun where it comes. Here's number 4. Oh, but he's a failure. He's a little guy. He's running in a second. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, number 5 coming up. Oh, number 6 is female. She's starting to pick up the pace. And we got another guy out back here. Everybody. This is the Reggae Time and Live. Every time we look at time and say. Welcome to the Never Say Die Tour. Thanks for watching.
So you guys have a new album out, right? Desperate Living?
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a story behind the name? Like, did you guys just...
Well, after several years of pursuing our art and at times failing miserably and times finding their victories where they lie, we came up with our life motto, which is life at the top when you're at the motherfucking bottom, which is essentially the theme is that no matter how low you are at any given time, find the happy, find a way to enjoy yourself. There's always something better. So it's kind of a positive twist after Natural Death, the last one, but it's not so much positive as not as negative.
Just more accepting of misery.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, but the name itself comes from an old John Waters movie called Desperate Living.
Yeah, and I think that we've spent some years relating to it on certain levels.
I just recently met John Carroll. He toured with you
That
guys. He told me that you guys went to a country, I don't remember what it was, where you guys were one of the first American bands since Cannibal Corpse.
Belarus.
How was that?
Belarus.
To play there
shows there.
after.
We've since returned again to
We're
Belarus.
the second and third we've played there.
But it's an interesting place. Not as crazy as you might imagine.
Yeah. He also told me that on his birthday in Germany, Nathan broke his arm. How did you break your shoulder? How did you break your shoulder?
Well, I didn't break it. Nature broke it. Just last song, encore, end of the set. I was really drunk, had like 15 other people from the crowd on the stage during like dance party phenomena, and somebody in the front row grabbed me by my ankles and lifted me back like that to like crowd surf style, but there was nobody behind him and I just kind of went like this. And I remember being completely vertically upside down, falling, still holding the microphone, doing the vocals, and I was like, oh, and I put my hand up like that to stop, but then I just made contact with the cement right on my head, And then that's the last thing I remember. And then I guess people carried me, put me back on the stage. I got carried off. Paramedic came, checked me for a concussion. He's like, "Oh, you're fine." And then I spent a week and a half of shows with my shirt wrapped around my arm, going like this, thinking I'd
You
hurt
look like a
muscles in my neck.
cyborg.
Like every single day, I had to be like, completely struggling through the set. And I was like, man, I really hurt my neck so bad. Then in Russia, some kids came running off. I'm telling you the whole story. They came running off and gave me like a bear hug in the middle of the show. And every night I had to drink a ton of alcohol and take all these painkillers. Then after the show, I was like literally just crying in the back room. And the next day, the promoter came. He was like, "We go to doctor now." Took me to the doctor, paid him under the table, x-rayed it. The whole end of my bone had been broken off into like a pizza slice shape. It was like separate the whole time, and I've been doing like 2 weeks of tour, playing every single night, just like struggling through it, thinking that I hadn't done anything that bad. But then, recalling, I remember seeing having Gary, our photo guy, is pushing on. I'm like, "Can you feel something weird there?" And he was like moving it back and around in my arm, and I was just like, "I don't think it's supposed to do that."
Yeah, John told me that the guys thought you didn't even break your shoulder, and they were just like messing around with you and telling you to stop crying about it.
Pretty much.
John's a fucking asshole. He's a lying
But
son
you
of a
can tell him
bitch.
that now. Because I asked him about the story, because I told him I wanted to ask you guys about it, and he just told me that he just made fun of you the whole time.
Yeah, everybody thought I was being such a baby. Then they realized later that I was the toughest guy they've ever met in their life. I can't throw a punch, but I can take one better than anybody.
So how is it like touring for 3 months? Like, it must be time consuming and money. Like, you guys are.
Well,
you
it
guys
does
don't have any
take
money, huh?
Consume
3 months
of
of time. No, yeah, it was hard. It was time consuming beforehand because I had to plan the whole thing for 3 months.
How did you get the shows booked? Did you guys just kind of get on a plane and go to Europe and just book everything? Or did you do
No, it was all planned. It was about 3 months of planning starting in December, and then I was still booking the end of the tour when we got to Australia, but most of it was done ahead of time.
I helped him a little
And
bit.
he did some stuff too, but he's not in this interview, so.
Okay.
Don't film him! Don't!
I did work full time on it for 3 months also, 40 hours a week to 60 hours.
Do you guys know? This is like an off-topic question. Do you guys know any German, or like, do you have any favorite German words?
Deine Mutter schweißt beim Scheiße.
What is that?
That's that thing Click told your mother sweats while she shits.
You want to know what John's favorite was? Pimmel und deine Mutter, which means penis and your mom. And he just kept
When
going
did you
around.
learn that one?
You maybe learn that the next time he was in your.
Yeah.
He picks up one phrase and he repeats it like a machine
He
gun.
went on
Yeah.
every show like, deine Mutter, deine Mutter.
Yeah, he
Like,
learned tuna sandwich in Turkish. and
Ton belikli.
Yeah, he would say it 4 times a day.
Cho
every single day.
kawaii.
Yeah, it's like, "Hey girl, how you doing?" in Korean or something.
So you guys have the reputation of being the craziest band in the world. Do you think that description fits? Are you happy with that, or?
Hey, that makes me happy. I don't know if it's true, but I'll go ahead and accept that. You probably just caught me on the most uncrazy day of the entire tour, but I don't know what the difference is. It's probably about that much. But me and the guys from my Wabo last night powered down 3 bottles of absinthe with this man's help
I had
and
a
that
lot of
man's
that.
help, and I just don't feel human anymore. There's a little piece of me got left behind.
I left my fucking wristbands behind. Now I'm gonna get a fucking rash all over my arm.
So now we're coming to our last question. If you guys could pick any band in the whole world to tour with, like for 4 months again, how?
4 months?
Well, let's just say 4 months. What band would you guys pick and why?
Does it have to be like their fans will like us, or we just
No,
like that
just like
band?
you like that band. They could be dead now or alive. Doesn't matter if you could just pick anyone.
Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds in 1984.
For 4 months?
Yeah.
Fuck, I couldn't handle that.
Or
I
Duran
couldn't handle being with
Duran
anyone for 4
pre-'89.
months.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for doing the interview with us, and the last word to the audience goes to you guys.
What's the word?
A word?
The last word to the
Or a
audience.
sentence.
Life at the top when you're at the motherfucking bottom.
Where does mother come from?
I like adding it. It makes it sensitive.